All right, good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well today. Again, we're being well. We are being safe. I'm really just looking forward to sharing these messages with you because I love hearing from you. And I like knowing the fact that we're out there looking out for each other. So, as much as I'm sharing, I'm also looking to see what's out there, the other contributions that are being made, and I'm resharing those things to help you in your efforts to adjust and transform, cope, adjust, and transform, like my man Dwight says, to what's going on around us, particularly as we're educating differently and schooling differently, learning differently in our homes. So I got another funny story to share with you. I was reading, and again, this is a Facebook post. Um, a wife got home and was greeted at the door by her husband, and he was all frantic. He was like, "Man, we were while we were homeschooling today, a big fight broke out. Hair was pulled. There's a lot of punches thrown. Um, took a while to separate, and it got bloody. It was horrible." And the husband was just very upset, and the wife was as she was listening, she got this puzzled look on her face. She says, "Yeah, but it's just you and our son." And the husband said, "Yeah, I hate him." So we don't want that. We don't want to reach that level of frustration as we adjust to our new situation. But I can understand how things are, and we're hearing a lot of posts from people who are really appreciating what teachers do every day. Not just managing one or two, but we manage 25 at a time, and we got to be proactive. So that was a good joke to hear and get us in the spirit about uh, adjusting to and managing the behaviors and the temperaments and the composures of the people around us. So, on that note, again, I try to share out some things that we've talked about, that I've learned, that my co-author and I wrote about, that we're experiencing, that we're seeing, that really help students and teachers adjust well to what's going on in schools today. If we do things differently, if we start shifting our thinking about things. So one of the things that I want you all to think about is is rethinking the schedule, or this regimented mentality that we developed about, okay, so from 8 to 9, reading happens here and only reading. And then from 9 to 10, math happens here and only math. And then from 10 to 11, only social studies. And then from 11 to that regimented thinking. First of all, the brain doesn't even think like that. The brain doesn't work like that. People don't think like that. We do that as a means for adults to have some comfort. Just to know that when is reading being done. That's an old school mentality. So while we're in this situation, give some thought to rethinking the schedule, to rethinking a regimented schedule for learning. Instead of thinking math at this time, let's shift our thinking to, what do we want learners to be able to do, to be able to show us? Okay, so instead of thinking math from 8 to 9, hey, what math concepts do we want our learners to be able to do? Or what do we want students to know about this time frame in history? So when we think about that, and we come up with some good activities, or we come up with some good projects, or some research that they can get into, and then allow them some different ways to demonstrate their learning, then it kind of loosens us up and flexes what learners can do in terms of demonstrating their learning. Then who cares when we talk about social studies? I don't care I don't care when we talk about social studies, from 8 to 9 or 11:30 to 12:30. I don't care. But can you tell me what happened in 1819? I'm making something up. I'm on the spot here. Can you tell me the two major differences? The major differences between World War I and World War II. So if you can tell me that, then I don't care that you learned that from 2 to 3, and we shouldn't either. So, and when we do, so as we embrace that, then we'll start looking at learning as a continuum instead of learning as a static time that took place during your 6th grade year or your 12th grade year or your 3rd grade year. All right, and then if we extend that, so if we're looking at, so let's stay on the topic of the 2 world wars and the major causes and the differences between them. If we have that conversation about, well, over the next couple of weeks we're going to learn about this, then that takes us out of Monday through Friday from 8 to 9, and that just makes it about learning the topic. So when things come up, whether it's Monday or a Saturday or a Tuesday night, where a student might be doing some active research or some passive research, they're on their phone or they're on a laptop and something pops up and they just happen to read it and they assimilate that knowledge, then we're planting the seeds for learners to be lifelong learners. So again, what I'm proposing, what I'm asking, and what I'm offering some help, some assistance with, again, if you need some assistance with this, you can reach out to me or Darren. We're here for you. Is one of the things we encourage you to shift your thinking on is that regimented schedule. Again, yes, we got to set aside time to make sure that our learning priorities take place. But let's make it less about this hour, and more about what do we want learners to do. If we give them the flexibility, they will amaze us. Okay, so great. So again, guys, great to see you. Again, be well, be safe, take care of yourselves. We need you here. We need to see you here tomorrow. So take care of yourself, take care of one another.